What's up, fam? Extraordinary Life with Elijah, and you're watching this video on Sunday, June 30th, 2024 at 10:50 a.m. MST. Last Sunday in the month of June, last day in the month, period. And today, Azriela is my extra and I am the ordinary. One of my most favorite things that my kids do with me is that when they wake up in the morning, they come in and they snuggle with my wife and I in bed. We have one of those little light alarms where it turns yellow so that they know that if they're waking up, kind of stirring around, they can know how long they have to wait. And then when the light turns green, boom, they can come out of their room, they come straight in to snuggle with us so that they're not running around the house creating chaos. And here lately, I've been reaffirming with the kids as I snuggle with them how much I love them and asking them questions about their emotions, how they're feeling, and especially Azriela. She often gets into my side of the bed and snuggles with me. Kailani jumps in and snuggles with Charla. And at the time of me recording this, Bowden is not even a year old, so he just stays in his crib and we get him later. But as I snuggle with Azriela, I've started asking her about emotions. How does she feel while she snuggles with me? Like, what is the sensation? What is it developing in her by way of identity? It's been so fun just to ask her if she likes snuggling with me. Yes, Dad, I love snuggling with you. That's awesome, honey. What is it that you like about snuggling with Dad? How does it make you feel? She's been telling me, Dad, it makes me feel loved. I feel safe. You're really warm. I like to snuggle with you. It makes me feel warm. It's amazing, amazing memories. But one of the things that I tell her as I snuggle with her is that I always want her to come in and snuggle with me, because at some point in her life, I tell her, while she's always free to come and snuggle with me, and that I love that I won't be able to hold her in the same way that I did back then, that she's gonna be getting bigger and bigger, and so my arms aren't gonna wrap around her as far, and as she gets older, she may not wanna snuggle as closely, and all of those kind of elements. That how I hold her is going to change over time. The first time I told her that here a couple weeks ago, it really confused her. She's like, what do you mean you won't be able to hold me the same way? So as we laid in bed, Charlotte and Kailani were chatting on their side about Paul the polar bear. I started talking with Azriela and accounting how she was born, and that when she first came out, that I would wrap my arms around the top of her little head, and that her little legs were all pulled up like a frog to her stomach, and that she would fit from my hand to about mid-forearm. It was just so much fun. Oh, just so sweet, so precious. She was feeling out of control and scared, being outside of Charlotte's belly, and that sense of being wrapped up in my arms and compressed, that it helped her to feel safe. And she'd often be crying, but when I would wrap her up in my forearms, she'd just stop crying right away, and I'd just sit there and whisper to her how much I loved her, and it was beautiful. And I can't hold her that way anymore. As of recording this back in 2020, that technically 2021, flipped over a new year, but as I recorded this back in 2021, that Azriela has grown so big that, she lays alongside of me. I can still wrap my arms all the way around her. But as she grows, how I hold her has to change. As I laid there with her and explained those things, she laughed and giggled, and it was just so tender. The realization hit me that in my life, that as I look forward to being here with you on Sunday, June 30th, 2024, that many of the things that I look forward to, I'm preparing in my mind already, that the things that I thought back in 2021 forward to this space and how I held and stewarded Extraordinary Life with Elijah, that it's gonna grow. I'm gonna be able to hold it the same way with you here in this space in 2024. And as I thought about that, I started looking around at other elements of my children, my parenting, my interaction with coworkers in the real estate practice that I'm in currently. I don't know if I am still in that practice here in 2024, we'll find out. But that as things change, you have to shift how you hold them. That some of the blessings and the joys of the ways that you were able to hold things in a previous era, while special and beautiful and that they move us, are no longer possible. That we have the memory of it, that we don't have to let go of that, but to attempt to continue to hold Azriela in my forearms would cause her growing expression of maturity in her size and her stature to be constrained, deformed, compressed. So I have to learn how to hold her in a different way. It's new. And relational and emotional interactions change. My challenge is, in your life as a parent, as a business owner, as a political leader, a church leader, how are you holding the things that God has given you? Are you attempting to hold on to them in the same way that you did at first? Or are you allowing them to grow? Are you discovering new pleasures, new joys, and new ways of holding things and delighting in them? Or are you always looking to the past? Or are you resenting where you're at because you want it to be different in the future? But as I laid there with Azriela, holding my growing beauty, having her tell me, "I love you, Daddy. I love to snuggle with you." Never wanting that moment to end, but knowing that it will as she grows and matures, as the expression of her womanhood expands. Laying in that moment and wrestling with the beauty that had been and the beauty that was resting there in my arms. And then considering that at some point she would no longer fit there, that her life would take her further away from me. I look forward to this point in time. I received grace to impart to you wherever you're at, that you could allow the beauty of moments held to grow into increased and deeper beauty beheld. I came in the moment. I always love it when that happens. That it would add intentionality to the moment that you're engaging in the here and the now with the things that you're holding. That it'd bring a sweetness to the things held in the past, but that it would build a sense of growing anticipation in the beauty of the things beheld that are yet a mystery. And that out of that motivation, it would give you grace to discover new ways of holding the things that God has given you to steward for His glory. If you subscribe to what I am doing, hit the button. Hit it and then get it. Hit the bell as well so you get notified with the new content. And if you loved this video, you didn't just like it, hit the thumbs down button. I pray blessings on our lives together. I love you guys lots, and I'll see you in the next video, which starts next. Oof. I discovered something really fascinating. We'll see how this plays out in the future. I post these videos back to back. My original intention was to post one video that's for you here in the future, and then right after that, post the video that would go live right away, so that when I publish the videos for you here now in 2024, that it would live right next to the video posted in the past. But I found out absolute provision of God. I think, we'll find out, but that when I post a video and it goes live, it actually shoves it to the head of my video list and moves its position away from where it was originally posted. Whew. I found that out in my real estate practice. But God, He's so good. Man, God is good. I don't know what the future holds, but I do know who holds the future. So good. So, beautiful provision of God is that I overlap these videos. I've been doing it for a while. There's a few videos that I've found where I don't overlap them, where I should say which starts in the next video. But having the tag, the intro of a video that's posted in the past as the end of the video that you're seeing now here in the future, excuse me, choked on my own spit, helps to create a testimony that indeed I recorded these for you in the past and have been sitting here for 3+ years waiting for you to see them. God did that. He holds all things in his mighty hand. So beautiful. Well, let's jump in. What's up, fam? Extraordinary Life with Elijah, and running tests here at the office. We're filming at the very height of the day. The sun is shining incredibly bright. Oh my goodness, I'm having to focus on not squinting because the sun is coming through a huge diffuser coupled with a Godox VL300 at 100%, just beyond what I can reach, just out of camera frame at 100%. But the beauty of it is that what's in front of you is perfectly exposed with what is behind you, and it's revealing crisp